NRC platform just crashed. Billions of Naira gone overnight. Thousands of people woke up to zero balances. And honestly, when I heard the news, my heart sank. Not because I was surprised, but because I know exactly how those people feel right now. I know the panic. I know the shame. I know the feeling of watching your money disappear and wondering how you will ever recover. Because in 2022, that was me. I lost my entire savings to a Ponzi scheme. Every single Naira I had saved before I could figure out my next move. Gone. And in that darkest moment, I asked God to take my life. Today I want to tell you about that story, all of it, because if you just lost money to NRC or any other scheme, I need you to hear what I'm about to say. I am Victoria Abioye, money, mindset, and life. Let's get into it. Let me quickly explain what NRC was for those who don't know. NRC, National Reading Culture, told people they could earn money simply by reading novels and clicking links online. They said they were helping authors boost visibility. But to accept bigger payouts, you had to deposit your own money into what they called VIP packages. Investigators have now confirmed that the website itself was actually a repurposed old Chinese job platform bought by fraudsters and repackaged with Nigerian face. And now they had shut down everything, locked withdrawals, cleared balances, vanished. The money, they moved it into an untraceable crypto wallet. Classic Ponzi scheme, classic rug pull. And here's the painful irony. On the 22nd of May this year, a friend asked me to join NRC. I told her, be careful, these things are not sustainable. It will crash eventually. You know what she told me? She said she knew it would crash, but that she had already gotten back everything she invested and now reinvesting from her profits. She joined late last year. She's probably right that she had made more money. That is the most dangerous thing about Ponzi scheme. The earlier investors get paid with the deposits of the people who comes after them, until there's nobody left to come after, and then it crashes. And people holding the bag at the end, they lose everything. I know this, not from a textbook, from my own life. In 2020, I resigned from my banking job. I had savings, not a lot, but it was my security. The money I was managing on while I figure out what comes next. And I made what I now know as the worst financial decision of my life. I invested that money in a Ponzi scheme. I will tell you which one. It doesn't matter. They are all the same story. But what I will tell you is I believed in it. I genuinely believe it was real. I did the research I knew how to do. I spoke to people who were making money from it, and I convinced myself that it was legit. And then one day, it was gone. My entire savings, everything I had been protecting, gone. I remember sitting there, staring at my phone screen, and feeling something I cannot fully describe. It wasn't just about the money. It was the shame, the feeling that I had been so foolish, that I had destroyed my own safety net with my own hands. I felt like my world was crumbling. And in that place, I asked God to take my life. I am not saying that lightly. I am saying it because it was real. Because the pain was that deep. Because financial loss can do that to a person. Especially when you are already in a season of uncertainty and that money was all you had. If you are watching this right now and you just lost money to NRC and you are in that place, I need you to hear me. Please talk to someone. Call someone you trust. Do not sit with that pain alone. Your life is worth more than any amount of money. I promise you, it gets better. I am proof of that. I did not die in 2020. God didn't take my life because my story wasn't finished, and neither is yours. What happened after that dark season? I found Decagon Institute. I failed the exam twice. I almost didn't sit it the third time, but I did, and I passed. I became a front-end developer. I started working. I started earning. I started investing in real stocks through legitimate platforms. I bought GTCO at 44 Naira 50 Kobo. I watched it grow to 145 Naira. I bought Fidelity Bank at 9 Naira 75 Kobo. It went to about 23 Naira 50 Kobo. The money I lost in Ponzi scheme in 2022, I have made back many times over through patience, through real investing, through building actual skills that pay real money. When I think about that moment in 2020 now, I laugh. Not to dismiss the pain. The pain was real, but because I can see now what I couldn't see then, that the loss was not the end of my story. It was the beginning of a completely different one. Over the years since then, I've had multiple friends ask me to join Ponzi scheme. I always say no every single time because I know what the end of that story looks like. One friend tried to convince me to join a scheme that claimed it wanted to eradicate poverty from Nigeria. I declined. Eventually, it crashed and left the person who introduced me in a terrible situation. He had convinced people to invest, promising that if anything went wrong, he would personally pay them back. This particular scheme was in dollars, so he had to pay back thousands of dollars to the people he had brought in. That is another dimension of Ponzi scheme that nobody talks about. The damage it does to relationships, the friends lost, the family members bond, the trust destroyed. No potential return is worth that. How do you recognize a Ponzi scheme before it's too late? 1. Guaranteed returns. No legitimate investment guarantees returns. None. Ever. Stocks go up and down. Real investments carry real risk. The moment someone promises you guaranteed daily, weekly returns, run away. 2. You have to recruit to earn more. If the way to unlock higher payout is to bring in more people, that is a Ponzi scheme. The model depends on new money coming in. When new money stops, it collapses. 3. It is not registered. Every legitimate investment platform in Nigeria is registered with the SEC, the Securities and Exchange Commissions. Check the SEC Nigerian database before you give anyone your money. NRC was not registered. MMM was not registered. None of them are. 4. Pressure and urgency. Join now before it's too late. This window closes tomorrow. Don't miss out this opportunity. Legitimate investments don't pressure you. Scam do. 5. Your guts. If something feels too good to be true, it is. That feeling exists for a reason. Trust it. I shared my story today because I want you to know Ponzi schemes are not just financial crimes. They are emotional and psychological attacks on people who are desperate to survive and build something better for themselves. And the people who design them know exactly what they are doing. You are not stupid for almost falling for one. I was not stupid for falling for one. We are human beings with difficult seasons looking for a way out. But there is always a better way. Real investing, real skills, real patience. It's slower, it's less exciting, but it actually works. If you just lost money to NRC, please reach out to someone you trust. I know this is not the end of your story. It wasn't the end of mine. Drop a comment below. Have you or someone you know been affected by NRC or any other Ponzi scheme? Let's talk about it openly. There is no shame there. Share this video, put it on your WhatsApp status right now. There is someone in your contact who is about to join the next scheme. This video might stop them. Subscribe if you haven't already. Follow me at the Victoria Abioye. I'll see you in the next video. We are still building together.